The call came while I was standing barefoot on white sand, watching the tide erase footprints that didn't belong to me anymore. My mother's name lit up the screen. I didn't answer. I already knew the tone, the sudden softness, the panic wrapped in pride. 3 weeks too late. The ocean breathed in, out. I remembered my father's voice instead. "Get out, you lowlife!" The way the word trash landed harder than his hand ever had. I let the phone ring until it stopped. Then I watched the missed call notification sit there, quiet and patient, like a lie waiting to be believed again. Behind me, glass doors reflected a man they didn't recognize anymore. Calm, still, expensive in ways that don't show on skin. They thought I slept on borrowed couches. They thought I was lost. They didn't know the house behind me cost more than their lifetime of shouting. The phone buzzed again, a message this time. "We need to talk." I smiled without feeling it, because the moment they kicked me out, something inside me had gone very quiet, and quiet things don't beg, they wait. The night they disowned me played on repeat, uninvited. The kitchen smelled like old oil and disappointment. My diploma sat untouched on the table. They never cared what it said, only what it didn't. "No degree worth anything," my father spat. My mother nodded, always nodded. I stood there, hands loose at my sides, listening to them tell me who I was. Uneducated, useless, a mistake that kept breathing. They didn't ask where I worked, never asked how I paid my bills. They already knew the answer they wanted. When my father opened the door and pointed outside, something cracked, but it wasn't me. It was the image I still carried of them. I left without arguing. That hurt them more than shouting ever could. What they never knew was that the insults weren't new. They were recycled, practiced, almost scripted. It took distance to see the pattern, the way money vanished from accounts tied to my name, the loans I never took, the signatures that looked like mine but weren't. Love doesn't drain you dry, control does, and my parents had been living a double life, one funded quietly, methodically through me. I didn't confront them, I audited them. Credit histories, property records, tax filings linked to my social security number. Each discovery slid into place with sickening elegance. They'd opened accounts in my name when I was younger, maxed them, closed them, opened new ones. Every time I succeeded quietly, they failed loudly, on purpose, to keep me small, dependent, ignorant. I stayed calm on calls, polite. I let them believe their version of me still existed, while I sat in glass offices overlooking water, watching lawyers highlight my childhood in yellow ink. The rage stayed internal, cold, focused. Revenge isn't loud when it's done right. It's administrative. The final report arrived on a Tuesday. Fraud, identity theft, years of it. I flew back home alone, sat across from them at the same kitchen table, same stains, same lies. I placed the folder down gently. My father laughed. "What's this? Another excuse?" I didn't answer. I opened it to the first page, turned it toward them. My mother's face collapsed first. My father read slower, his confidence leaking out between lines of legal language he didn't understand, but felt. "You knew?" he whispered. I nodded once. I didn't raise my voice, didn't accuse. "I always wondered," I said quietly, "why you were so angry at someone you thought was nothing." Silence swallowed the room. I stood. They stayed seated. "I didn't come for apologies," I said, "or explanations." I slid one more document forward. A notice. Accounts frozen. Assets flagged. Investigations opened. My mother cried. My father shook. I felt nothing. "You kicked me out," I continued, calm as weather, "because you thought I had nothing." I paused. I walked away because I already had everything. I turned toward the door they once pointed me through. No shouting followed, no last insult, just the sound of their world collapsing under the weight of truth. Back in Florida, the ocean didn't ask questions, it just existed. I blocked their numbers, changed nothing else. Some people think closure is forgiveness. It's not. It's clarity. They didn't lose a son, they lost access. And as the tide erased another set of footprints, I realized